Your to-do list is your life, your memory, and your guide for the day. But sometimes it can get overwhelming. There's just too much to do and not enough time. If you want to manage your to-do list and get all the things done without it being overwhelming, I am here for you, Mom. So, the to do list is like the lifeblood of your day. You can't move or plan without it. At least it is for me. So, I live by my to do list. You write it all out so you can see what needs to be done and check those boxes when it does get done. And that's the best part. So, the downside of writing it all out is gets visually overwhelming. You want to cry when you see everything that you need to do. But you can avoid to do list overwhelm. Take a deep breath, let it out slowly, and let's tackle it. Hello, Rebel Moms, and welcome to the Life Unboxed podcast. I am Jody the mom, wife, homeschool mom of six, and successful mom entrepreneur. And I am bringing you information and inspiration on raising kids, running a business, and keeping your sanity. So it's everything you need to work from home and homeschool confidently. You can find the episode show notes, tools to make your life a whole lot easier, and more information at lifeunboxed.blog. Now here's the show. Okay, so I have tried planners with specific time slots, and that has never worked for me. I just ended up totally frustrated because there's so many things you can't plan for or slot into a specific slot. So I ended up frustrated and never using those planners. I had a whole bunch of empty planners on my shelf for a really long time. Then I threw them away. But for the past few years, I've been using to-do lists instead of time blocking, and it is the solution I needed. So before we get into how you can avoid to-do list overwhelm, let's first talk about goals. So if we're going to talk about our to-do list, then we need to discuss goals because the things we want to accomplish in the year, month, and week will feed our to-do list. All right. So I despise goals, but let me clarify. I despise SMART goals and the big, hairy, scary goals, the systems that all the gurus teach. But we are rebel moms, so we're allowed to ignore all the gurus. Now, I want to accomplish big things, and I do accomplish big things, but I can't do it using SMART goals. If that's you, then let me be your blunt mom friend. You don't have to use SMART goals. Did I just give you permission? Did you feel the shackles coming off of you? You do not have to use SMART goals to accomplish big things. I know. I am just feeling so contrary today. So, the reason I despise these systems is they weren't created with the working homeschool mom in mind. They were really set up for uninterrupted days with the ability to set aside large chunks of time, which is not the life of a mom entrepreneur. We are busy. Work and goals happen in the margins of your day, but it is still possible to crush those big goals in the margins. Now, this is the life we chose. So stop feeling guilty if you aren't accomplishing your big goals, and let's forge our own path that will actually work for moms so you can start crushing it. So, the to do list alternative to goals. Instead of goals, create habits. Yes, make a list at the beginning of the year of things you want to accomplish, but they don't need to be measurable or time sensitive. I know, so contrary. So instead of saying, I want to run a 5K, which is an excellent SMART goal, but a terrible goal for a mom just wanting to take care of herself and get in shape. Say, I want to get in shape and practice a healthier lifestyle so I will be a better mom and have more energy for my kids. What a contrast to a SMART goal. So, this is something that you want to start doing, but there isn't an ending to it. This is a lifestyle change and you need to make it a habit. So that is the alternative to goals. Create habits and processes. Improve 1% every day, and you will accomplish big things. And your to do list is going to help you with this. Okay, so how do we avoid to do list overwhelm? Now that you know what is feeding your to do list, your big things you want to accomplish, let's create that list to get all the things done. Number one, create routines. Instead of scheduling every minute of your day, create routines and set your day on autopilot. So, routines will help to free up the mom mental load so you aren't overwhelmed with all the mundane tasks. And then you can start thinking creatively. Do you want to like brush your teeth and your mind is flooded with new ideas instead of what the kids need to do next? Are they wearing clean socks and underwear? Did they finish their math? So, if you want to kind of banish all of these thoughts and to get your creative juices flowing, then create routines. Start with a morning routine. And of course, I have more on that for you. So be sure to check out the description for show notes or for links. Number two, ditch the SMART goals. I know this was already said, but let's just say it again. Why not? You don't have to create SMART goals to accomplish big things. Be a rebel mom and free yourself from this. So, when I start my year, I do pick some specific things I want to accomplish, like books to read. Then it's like general ideas and habits. Yes, some things are specific because that is the nature of it. Like, I want to create 100 more books to publish by the end of the year. That is something specific that I set out to accomplish. Others are general, like I want to get really good at marketing. So now I know what will feed my to do list for the month, week, and day. Number three, pick three things to accomplish every month. So I always pick three things I want to accomplish each month. These are outside of my regular habits. Since I want to create another 100 books this year, my habit is to publish 8 books per month. So this isn't one of my big three things because it's a habit. So there's already the routine and the process, and everything's already carved out. So it's not part of my big three. So I will usually pick a business book, something business related to do, and then something else. And these are added to my weekly to do list. Number four, plan your week. What is your high priority? The three things that I already picked for the month are my high priorities for this week as well. So there are things that need to happen every week, which is part of our routines. So these extras are added to the weekly to do list and slotted in around everything else. And if you want to take a deeper dive into creating routines to set your day on autopilot, I do have a course and I will leave the link in the description below. It is 30 minutes. You have a workbook. I walk you through the workbook. You write it all down as we go through it and then you get started. So it's very much like soup to nuts. I'm going to take you through it and you're going to do it. And then if you have questions, you're always free to ask me right there in the course. Okay. So all of these big things they are fitted into the margins of every day. Like writing during my daughter's 30-minute piano lesson or getting up early on a Friday morning to work on my homework before we head off to our homeschool co-op. That's how I fit these big things into the margins. And mom, I get it. We are pantry hiding, 15-minute grabbing, toddler on your lap while writing a blog post experts. But it is possible to get things accomplished in short bursts. Remember, it is 1% improvement every day. That is all you're shooting for. 1% every day. Number five, keep it light. So now this is the obvious part. Don't overplan. It is so easy to add everything to your to-do list and get overly ambitious. Anyone else with me? So I've been keeping a to-do list for so many years. I have a pretty good idea of what I can handle in a week, but this required testing and making changes. So plan a week with what you think you can handle, then evaluate your to-do list at the end. So did you accomplish everything? Are you completely exhausted even though you did accomplish it? So once you have kind of that data flowing in, make the adjustments and make the changes. Six, plan downtime. And yes, this needs to be added to your to-do list so you can check it off, especially if your brain is project oriented or you just really like check marks. I also add shower to my to-do list. If there is a fun book I want to read, that is on the list. Take the kids swimming, on the list. So it is important to work hard and rest well so you can keep working hard. It is really difficult to approach your to do list with an empty tank. The only way to refill it is with downtime. And number seven, make adjustments. You will never find a perfect system right from the start. Try something and make adjustments. Making adjustments is not a sign that something is failing, but it is a sign that you're making something work for you. So I am not a fan of the one size fits all way of doing things. So tailor this system to work for you. Mom, creating a to-do list that actually works for you is going to take trial and error. So start with a Get More Done notebook because I will leave that link in the description below. And it just helps you with inspiration and it's just fun. Then create the routines for your day. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog for everything you need to work from home and homeschool confidently. And I will see you next time.